Hello everyone. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, putting up a YouTube channel for God. We have it on Facebook, but I didn't do a very good job there either. I kind of I left it, to sit there. Anyway, we're going to get back into it. I was really close to God at one time here in my life, and I kind of drifted away from Him a little bit. Now I really need to get back to Him. I had the dreams, I had the visions, everything, from the Lord. Actually, I should say just the dreams. I had the dreams, and people will, hackle me, and you can criticize me all you want. I really don't care. Nothing matters to me except the Lord, what He thinks. You guys want to follow the Big Bang Theory or something else, that's up to you. But please don't bother me if you're going to do that, okay? Because I don't want to listen to it. I have my beliefs, you have your beliefs, and so be it. God said if you don't want to listen to the Lord's word, then don't. And there's nothing more I can do to you except try. So if I try, then I'm not guilty, and I can't go to hell because you didn't listen. So therefore, I want to free myself from anything that you do. Don't follow the wrong people also, okay? I'm going to tell you. Don't follow the wrong religion. Don't follow the wrong preachers. Don't follow the wrong way. If you think that God can save you just by these preachers telling you, say Jesus Christ died on the cross for you and you are saved, you will be saved. If you believe in that, you will be saved. That's what these preachers are telling you. That is true, but not true, okay? Because if you don't follow everything else that God says, you're not going to heaven. And Jesus is sitting at the door, waiting and going to judge you someday and say, well, go away from me, I do not know you, and spit you out. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to say, but I'm a good person. Okay. Yeah, good people don't go to heaven, okay? People that believe in the Lord and have faith in the Lord and pray and live by the Lord's law, they're the ones that are going to go. And none of us know for sure. I don't care who says I'm going to heaven. They don't know unless God came down and whispered in their ear and said, you're going to heaven. Jesus said, you're going to heaven. You'll have a place, or I'm taking you now. That and only that are the ones that are going to know. They're the only ones that are going to know if they're going to heaven. So don't believe people when they say you're going to go to heaven. And stay away from the people that are trying to take all your money for religious reasons. When they sell books or they mention money, I walk away. I'm pretty much self-taught. Everything that I've learned from the Bible. History, I go back into the Roman times and the history and back in the books. So I also check everything. God says, trust no one, so don't trust me. I'm going to read the Bible, and that's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to teach you other things that you may not believe. You may have contradictions. Okay, so you can contradict me. I am not a scholar learner of religion. I didn't learn it in school, so what I'm learning is from the internet and from the Holy Bible, and I put everything together and then I test the truths, okay? I see what goes together and what doesn't, and I think I've come up with a very realistic picture on truth that is out there. But anyway, I'm going to read the Bible to you now, and later we'll get into some other days like the Sabbath days and other things, okay? Because the Jewish say it's every Saturday. Other people say it's every Saturday because they follow the Jews. In reality, that's not God's calendar. They changed it. So the truth is, the holy days change, the Sabbath days change every month, okay? It's not Saturday every month. It's not Friday every month. They change because God's calendar is not used. And the Christians took that away. The Roman Catholics, the Romans changed the calendar from using God's lunar calendar to using their own calendar. I think this is another way to take people away from God. to get them farther away from the Lord's truth, and to bust up the Sabbath days so that people cannot worship on the Sabbath day or take it. God said in the Bible, I will hide the Sabbath days, I will hide the feast days from you. You will not know what they are. And that's true. He's done that. And He's used people to do that. So let me get on. It's been 5 minutes already. I don't want to make this long videos. I just want to do this piece by piece. So I'm going to make them like 10 minutes or less if I can. Depends on my reading. I'm getting pretty old now. The Bible I have here is from 1969. My aunt gave it to me. The only thing I have left from my childhood, so it really means a lot to me. It's the King James Version, the New Testament, King James Version, the old version, okay? So this is the one I suggest. Don't go with the New Living Bible and everything else. Don't go with the new Bibles. They change the words, and only 1 or 2 words matters, okay? It does matter. It changes the what it means. It changes the, and I'm lost my mind. I had a stroke last year. Thank the Lord I'm still alive, okay? So I came back fully recovered, maybe but not my brain totally, but anyway, I've recovered 100%, my skills, you know, and except my brain maybe not as much. Anyway, okay, so the wording is important in the Bible. God said don't change any of my words, don't adjust anything, where the Catholics have changed the Bible also. They took the commandments and they deleted one and added another one, or they split one in 2 and deleted some of it to make it okay for their religion, which is not good, and they're all going to hell, I'm sorry to say. But if you're following them, you're on the wrong path. You're not on the narrow path, you're on the wide path of destruction. And that's what it is. The narrow path is thin, and few will enter the kingdom through it by Jesus Christ. Okay, so anyway, let's get on with it. I'm going to read the whole Bible in sections. It's going to get boring at times. It did get boring for me when I started reading it, and I skipped around, especially in some of the construction parts, you know, where he's building this and building that and explaining the size of the walls. I have to admit I got a little bored. Okay, forgive me, God. Anyway, okay, so we're going to start with Genesis. We're going to start with the beginning, all right? And this is what it says in the beginning. Okay. In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. The darkness He called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Okay? And God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. So we have a firmament now in our sky also. This is very important. And God said that let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Okay? Genesis 7. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called He seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit, after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed, after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, which seed was in itself whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons. Okay? Signs and seasons. For the days and the years. This is God's calendar. Alright, guys? What we're talking about. And let them be for lights in the firmament for the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening was the morning were the fourth day. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, with the waters brought forth abundantly, after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and the beast of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God saw that it was good. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in which is in the fruit of the tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creepeth of the air, and to everything that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was also. It was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Okay, that's the Genesis number 1, okay, chapter 1. That's the very beginning of earth and God's creation, okay. Now, if you believe in other theories about the Big Bang and you're created by a speck of dust, and there's many things to argue that, and I'll go into that later. Right now, I'm 14 minutes, and I'm going to stop here. Forgive my shaking. My hands are shaking, which moves the Bible when I hold it, and it also creates a little problem for me reading, because I skip over some lines and then I go back, and I'm getting old. Anyway, okay, thanks guys. I hope you listen to everything that I say. I hope you follow the Bible. I'm going to do Genesis 2 next, okay? So look for that, and I'm happy you're here.